My name is Cory Fluxtra. I live on 677 Vlockstadium Lane, York Cillian County, Wisconsin 00000, and this is my confession. For the last 8 years, I've been held hostage of by a man named Mr. Veranus. We will begin something. He will personally prepare for the vigilante known as the Bald Man 00. Enjoy this, the Super Mario Brothers friend group, the Toon collaboration project.
Super Mario. That's a name everybody knows. At least I hope so. It's arguably Nintendo's most popular franchise. Spanning over 200 games, Mario's appeared in everything from Got Milk commercials to NBA Streets 3-on-3. And they don't let just anybody appear at NBA Streets 3-on-3. He's been in shows, movies, he's got a play based on him, and now there's even a Mario theme park. Mario's truly a phenomenon that people just can't get enough of. But it begs the question, how did Mario get so popular? Well, ever heard of Donkey Kong? Yeah, well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the true game that started it all. The one that saved the video game industry and almost single-handedly put Nintendo on the map. That's right. Today we're going to be taking a look at the baby born from Shigeru Miyamoto's mind vagina. The one, the only, Super Mario Bros. I'm going to hand it off to someone else now.
Super Mario. Mario is one of the easiest franchises for a gamer to get into. There's only what, like 10 games? And they're all easily accessible for every type of gamer. Even a monkey could enjoy this. But why do we like Mario so much, you may ask? Because of the story. Super Mario Galaxy was a cosmic adventure about love and sacrifice. Super Mario 64 was about polygons and cake. Mario & Luigi's Superstar Saga was about beans. But no other game has such a rich story and narrative as the original Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Was released in good old 1985 and taught the world what it truly meant to tell a good story in a game. The story blows me away every time as it continues to rival the kind of thing we're even seeing released today. The story of Super Mario Bros. Goes a little something like this. One day in the Mushroom Kingdom, an evil monster known as King Koopa kidnapped Princess Toadstool, the leader of the kingdom. When this happened, Mario and his brother Luigi embarked on a journey to save her. So as you can see, we're dealing with some real Naughty Dog level storytelling here. It's a story so timeless that it's been told multiple times over the years. But what people don't know about it is that it secretly has a dark side. What if I told you there was more going on here? What if it wasn't just a story about the most iconic duo since the Smosh Brothers saving a beautiful princess? And instead I told you that there's actually more going on here than meets the eye. A little known fact amongst gamers in today's climate is that Mario is in fact a mass murderer. All the blocks in the original game are actually toads that have been transformed into these bricks by Bowser. Wait. What? They also added blood in the remake. Want to know what else is kind of fucked up? Mario is over 25 years old, and Peach is 15.
Who are you?
It's me, Mario!
Now look, I know Mario is not a franchise without its dark secrets. You got the Stillborn in Luigi's Mansion, the Hell Valley Sky Trees in Galaxy 2, Mario stepping on Luigi's foot in tennis. but nobody would expect such darkness from Mario Bros. 1. On the outside, it looks like a happy, bubbly game about mushrooms and Italians, but once you start to dig deep, this is a truly dark and twisted game, which sometimes is all a game needs. Some good old lore that can make your skin crawl. And don't get me fucking started on Mario Bros. 2.
With a game as revolutionary as Super Mario Bros. For the NES, you must be thinking, how did this game's controls pave the way for the future of gaming? To give you an idea of how iconic this game's controls are, there is a LEGO set out there that features the gameplay of this game as the main play feature of the set. Thank you, Ole, for conserving the history of this game's controls. This game has a very innovative and in-depth control system that makes you use all 3 buttons on the controller. You have your movement, you have your jump, and you got your action buttons. Now take a second to think what other games out there use this same button setup. That's right, all the games to ever exist in the entire history of the world. Your main goal in this game is to get from beginning to end, which is an excellent metaphor for life itself. You start the game as a little small guy, and then the game throws you your first obstacle, and it gets more and more difficult until you reach the end. There are plenty of opportunities to die throughout the level, but don't worry, if you die, you'll just use up one of your lives and come back, just like in real life. Throughout each level, there are power-ups, which allow you to thank something other than yourself by giving you various abilities. You have the Super Mushroom, also known as the Growth Hormone. It gives you an extra hit point, and it applies a risk-reward function to the game as well. The mushroom makes you 2 blocks tall instead of 1, which makes it so Mario not only has a bigger hitbox, but in certain areas, it halts your mobility. It's a genius mechanic that makes you think about how to approach a level. You can take the mushroom to give yourself an extra hit point and break through bricks to reach secrets, but you can also deny the mushroom and make yourself more vulnerable, but give you better mobility throughout the stage. You also have the Fire Flower, which adds another layer to the gameplay. Did you know that Super Mario Bros. Was considered a shooter back in the day? Destroy. You can thank this power-up for it. This is such a genius power-up. It allows you to fling a projectile that takes out enemies on impact. It has a few odd mechanics. For example, you fire it out with the run button, which is a philosophy that most Mario games in the future have stuck with since this game, where the power-up actions are mapped to the run button. A fine mechanic for the time, but as the years have rolled by, it gets annoying, especially when other franchises like Sonic the Hedgehog have stolen this idea and stuck with it as well. Thankfully, Sonic is a franchise nobody ever liked and nobody ever cared about. Fuck you, Sonic, dumb bitch. No one loved your franchise. You guys are— Where was I again? Oh yeah, the other power-ups. You have the Superstar, which gives you temporary invincibility, and it plays an absolute banger of a song. Just listen to this. I'm invincible, and you can't touch me. You can go to hell. You can suck my balls. You can suck my balls. You also have the one-up mushroom, which, when it's consumed, it'll give you an extra life, just like real-life mushrooms. These power-ups are nice cool bits in the game, and they give your moveset more freedom to play around with. So, in conclusion, you don't need to thank yourself in this game. Thank your power-ups! On top of that, the controls are just snappy and perfect. When you jump in the game, you jump in real life. When you run in the game, you run in real life. When you commit arson in the game, you become a Californian citizen in real life. Also, you can't talk about gameplay without talking about the level design, which you can already guess, it's top-tier video gaming cinema. 1-1, classic. 1-2, where you can get on top of the stage by almost killing yourself due to blunt force trauma, classic. 1-3, classic. Haven't played it yet. All of the castle levels genuinely feel like a battle too. You're about to face off against the big bad Bowser, the best villain in all of fiction. Boss battles peak tier. The enemies in this game are also so iconic. When I show you a picture of this thing, you already know what it is. Go on, say it out loud for the folks at home. That's right, it's a fucking bullet. Fun fact, the Koopa Troopa was initially meant to be the first enemy you were gonna face off against, but they changed it to the Goomba because the Koopa was deemed too hard. But since the NES cartridges didn't have a lot of memory on them, the developers turned a mushroom into the iconic Goomba. And the Goomba, oh my god, the most iconic henchman in all of gaming. Regular battles peaked here. Also, we can't forget about multiplayer! This game introduced multiplayer to the masses. No, those games don't count. Multiplayer in this game is absolutely revolutionary, but I'm sure you already knew that. One of your friends can play alongside you as the best character in all of fiction, Luigi. Fun fact, Luigi comes from the Japanese word Ruigi, which means Mario's brother. friendship battles peaked here. With all this knowledge about Super Mario Bros.' gameplay that you now know, I want you to think about this. Your favorite games of all time wouldn't exist without the revolutionary gameplay mechanics introduced with this very game. Now let's take a look at the gameplay in action. Oh wow, what a game, right? I certainly didn't have any problems with the control. Oh, please, someone send help! They kidnapped me and made me talk about Mario. They keep feeding me information and I'm starting to think that half of this stuff is fake.
Read it right.
Ah!
Oh, PikaTyler.
Super Mario Bros. Is a game praised for the quality of its gameplay, storytelling, and overall experience. It's a masterfully crafted game loved by many, but it seems they overlook the quality of its atmosphere and why it truly is an immersive game. Gamers around the world love Dark Souls, Bioshock, and Silent Hill for their detailed, rich worlds, but it seems we all forget that Super Mario Bros. Is the first game to start this tradition of world building you normally see in new open world games. When you hear this theme, what do you think of? Something retro? Something danceable? Something from outer space? Oh shit, that's the wrong game. The song expresses positivity and a feeling of adventure. This goes well with the colorful setting, the purplish blue of the sky, the lime green of the bushes. Despite it seeming like a joyful setting, it manages to feel kinda eerie, maybe a little mysterious. Those bright colors mask out the creepy laws of this setting. I mean, you're in a magical world with random blocks, like what the fuck are those floating harmonicas? It creeps me out, you know? But that's not all with the overworld. In World 3, they implicate this unique day-night cycle with the game. I mean, it was the first game to ever do this. It's amazing, but it's even more eerie with the creepy jet black sky. We continue hearing the same happy song we're used to alongside the bright clouds and the lighting. I don't know, man. It's just terrifying. But you know, after that first level that conveys a confusing, yet still positive theme, we enter this strange pipe. Fear. The next emotion we feel is fear. The jet black backdrop is here alongside a dark blue color palette for the rest of the level. The blocks are blue, the enemies are blue, there's a whole lot of black and blue, and not white and gold if you're a fucking idiot. And the music, it's just not the same. The music is a lot more moody, the same looping sound, it's eerie, it's strange, it kinda has that same feel to the sewers, you know? Maybe that might be why we see all these pipes, you know, Mario's a plumber, it makes sense. I don't know, it's a mystery we'll never be able to solve in this series. But after we escape that horrifying zone, we return to the same happy place we recognized from the first level. Now, we just looked over the first two level themes that convey their own special feeling to the player, one for happiness and one for fear, but what about intimidation? As soon as you enter the fourth level of the first world, we're in the castle of our mortal enemy. The backdrop is also black, the bricks on the floor are a lot more organized, the lava is glowing red, and the music, like the underground, it's also looping, yet it's at a much faster pace. It's menacing, gets your blood rushing. In 8-4, we enter a castle where you're left to guess which paths to go, which makes it a literal maze. It's hypnotizing, it doesn't feel real, almost like an illusion. Could those mushrooms you've been eating this entire adventure lead to this type of effect? Anyways, we enter the final room and meet the villain, Bowser. The room gets more claustrophobic. You and Bowser fight on a bridge above a floor of lava. There's an axe that destroys the bridge and leaves the people on it to burn until the lava reaches their skeleton. So as soon as you defeat Bowser and take on the axe, you're much more relaxed as a positive tune plays with the love of your life standing there. This is the happiest moment of the game and you've reached the ending point of the adventure. This game is magical with the rich tone it has, as well as how well it transitions those very different tones. This game is simply a masterclass in the atmosphere department of gaming, and I think we should all start praising this part of Super Mario Bros.
Just like any game, Super Mario Bros. Is full of glitches and Easter eggs. Easter eggs being cool things hidden around the game that you're meant to find and go, oh cool. Anyways, these Easter eggs can be found in either secret areas in the game or can just be found in plain sight. Looking at you, Toad. You ain't slick. The most well-known ones are probably the warp zone pipes. These pipes are shortcuts that let you skip a bunch of levels and go straight to some of the other worlds. They can be accessed by walking over the top of the level in 1-2 or climbing a vine in 4-2. Another cool one would be how Bowser in World 1 through 7 aren't actually Bowser. If you kill him with fireballs, he turns into one of the various enemies before falling into the lava. It's honestly pretty cool how these fake Bowsers went on to become a staple in Mario games and can be seen in games such as 3D Land. My favorite Easter egg though isn't even in the actual game. If you look in the game description section in the manual, you can find a sentence stating that the Mushroom Kingdom people, better known as Toads, were turned into stones and bricks by Bowser, which started all of the really funny Mario is a Toad murderer theories. There aren't really all that many Easter eggs in this game, however, there are plenty of glitches. Glitches are fuck-ups in the game's programming, often exploited by players to gain an unfair advantage or to allow them to complete the game quicker. They can also sometimes happen by complete accident. Mario Bros especially is filled with these glitches. I could probably sit here and talk about every single glitch in this game for hours. There's walking through walls, turning into small fire Mario, but let's just talk about some of the more notable ones, like the infinite 1-up glitch. I feel like most people already know about this one, but for those who don't, just jump on the Koopa over and over again. The Minus World glitch is one of the coolest glitches in the game. You achieve it in World 1-2 when you break 2 blocks near the end and then backwards jump through the wall and go down the warp pipe. You'll be taken to the Minus World, which is basically a copy of 7-2, except it loops after you go into the warp pipe. What's even cooler is the fact that there are over 200 of these secret levels, most of them being glitchy clones of other worlds with water controls. However, you can't really access them. Oh yeah, and if you ever wondered what was beyond the flagpoles at the end of a level, there's actually a glitch that allows you to jump over it. It's basically just nothing. You walk through nothing till the time runs out and you die.
Boys, I've come to the conclusion. I've confirmed that this lever right here will take me to the vicinity realm. So, let's pull on it. Ah! Oh, where am I? Oh my god! Well, we're gonna attempt another world record speedrun. This is really interesting. Yeah, I've won.
Santa's coming. 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 Santa's coming.
Merry Christmas. You've been a good boy. I know you have.
Santa!
Santa's got a surprise for you. That's right. You want to your way. Come on, Waldo. You want Santa Claus. Yeah. Don't you just hate me. Do what you want. Fuck. That's right. Fuck Santa's ass.
Your dick's been in that the whole time?
What would you like for Christmas, little boy?
Happy Easter, Grandpa!
You want this, boy? Oh my god, Brooklyn Story, oh my god!
PikaTyler? Oh, I am Sheffield.
See you, chump.
You'd be surprised at how many variations there are of this game. In 2020, you may recall that I talked about Super Mario 64 and how many different amazing ways you can play that very good game, but boy, does that have nothing on the juggernaut that is Super Mario Bros. I mean, hell, I can still play it on this little dinky Game & Watch thing that just came out. Well, it didn't just come out.
But before we continue, we have to ask the question of what counts as a variation and what doesn't. Well, the textbook definition of a variation states a different or distinct form or version of something. So technically, ports don't count. But we should get them out of the way real quick just for shits and giggles. Just a reminder, these are literal ports of the game, and no real changes are really made because they are literal ports. So many between its original release in 1985 to the present day.
Never mind, I'm just gonna throw up a list of all of them. I don't have all the time in the world, you know. This is an 8-man collab, huh?
In 1986, Nintendo released Vs. Super Mario Bros., where the original game was altered to have more two-player action and also make it ass hard to gobble up quarters. Also in 1986, All Night Nippin' Super Mario Bros., based on a Japanese radio program given during a contest to celebrate the show's 20th anniversary. It had a ton of sprite changes to feature in-jokes and references to the show, and also made everything night, which I kinda dig. Also published by the same guys who did Doki Doki Panic, which, for the love of God, don't make me fucking say it. Everyone fucking knows it. 1993 saw the release of Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo, which completely remade the game from the ground up, with new 16-bit sprites and music. It also fixed up many glitches and stuff too. This is probably the best we're gonna get on this list. In 1999, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe was released for the Game Boy Color. Loads and loads and loads of more content, like a save feature, a hub world, challenges, fucking Game Boy camera shit to do, the works. But with all that comes the zoomed in screen crunch of the Game Boy Color, so you can decide if the trade-off is worth it or not. 2010 saw the 25th anniversary of the original game, so not only did they re-release Super Mario All-Stars with absolutely no alterations, but they also released a special Virtual Console release with absolutely nothing changed, except the question blocks are replaced with the number 25. Instead of the question mark. That's it, moving on. Putting these two together, since they're basically the same thing, both NES Remix games released in 2013 and 2014, both for the Wii U respectively, had little extra versions of Super Mario Bros. Speed Mario Bros., which was literally the same game just running at twice the speed, and Super Luigi Bros., where Luigi is the playable character instead of Mario, with his playstyle featured in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. And also the entire game's levels are mirrored. Yippee! Does Super Mario 35 count? Does it? I don't give a shit.
Finally, in 2020, to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the franchise, Nintendo released this, the Game & Watch Super Mario Bros., and it features both Mario 1 and Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels. The original Super Mario Bros. 2.
The only noticeable changes are that it's tiny as fuck, there's no start button, so you have to press the A button instead, and holding the A button grants you infinite lives.
Also, I'm pretty sure you can press a button or something to skip worlds or something. It also features... almost 40 years of gaming, and it all leads up to this.
PikaTyler? PikaTyler? Oh, I have this.
Yo, 148, 3 to the 3 to the 6 to the 9, representing the ABQ. What up, biatch? Leave it at the tone.
Thank you all. Welcome to the Shuffling Game Show. I'm your host, Nero McGuire. Our first contestant is Charlie! Hey, Charlie!
Hi, guys. I'm Charlie.
And in the other corner we have Professor Peepee. Give it up for Professor Peepee. First one to ring the buzzer will be given a shot to answer the question. Question number 1. Who are the 12 babies of the Boros universe? I think we know this one. Well, there's me, Chris, yeah. Oh, and there's Patrick. Oh, and, oh wait, we're forgetting somebody. Oh, and...
Who is this third twin?
Who's the third twin? Who's the third twin of the Voros twins lineage?
Who is the third twin?
Who is the third twin?
Who is the third twin in the Voros lineage?
Who is the third twin in the Voros twins lineage?
Who is the third twin?
Who is the third twin?